The rain lashes against the awning of Miller's Market, blurring the neon sign into a hazy glow. Inside, the air hangs thick with the smell of stale bread and simmering resentment. A young woman with sharp eyes and a tight bun, Sarah Miller, glares at a shivering figure huddled near the door. His clothes are threadbare, his face etched with weariness. He clutches a crumpled dollar bill, his gaze pleading. Sarah shakes her head, a curt dismissal evident in her tight lips. Her arms are crossed defensively. He tries again, his voice a low rasp barely audible above the clatter of the cash register. Sarah scoffs, turning her back, her shoulders stiff with disdain. The other customers murmur amongst themselves, averting their gazes. Their faces show a mixture of discomfort and indifference. That evening, Sarah closes up shop, her movements brisk and sharp. She walks home, the city lights reflecting in her downcast eyes. She checks her phone, a worried frown etching itself onto her features. A news alert flashes on her screen, a picture of a familiar, gaunt face stares back. Professor Arthur Reeves, a renowned physicist, missing for months, presumed dead. The picture is of the homeless man from the shop. Sarah's breath hitches, her heart hammering in her chest. She replays his words, the faint tremor in his voice, suddenly imbued with a deeper meaning. He'd asked for bread, not money, his eyes full of a desperate hunger that transcended mere sustenance. She rushes back to the shop, her earlier coldness replaced by a frantic energy. The morning light streams into the empty shop, illuminating the space with a harsh clarity. Sarah finds a torn piece of newspaper tucked under a shelf. It's a clipping about a revolutionary physics breakthrough, credited to Professor Reeves. The clipping bears a smudged fingerprint. She compares it to the one on her cash register, a faint smudge from his crumpled dollar bill. Sarah's hands tremble as she compares the fingerprint to the one on the news clipping. Tears well in her eyes, a mixture of guilt and dawning understanding. She remembers the intensity in his eyes, the desperate hope that had flickered beneath his layers of despair. She rushes to the city's homeless shelter, driven by a burgeoning sense of remorse. The shelter is bustling with activity, the air filled with the sounds of muted conversations. She sees him there, surrounded by a small group of people, his expression surprisingly peaceful. He looks up, a flicker of recognition in his eyes. His eyes meet hers, a ghost of a smile gracing his lips. He extends a hand, his touch surprisingly gentle. Sarah takes his hand, her grip firm, her remorse evident. She spends the afternoon with him, listening, apologizing, helping. Later, she returns to her shop, the space feels different. She hangs a small sign in the window, a message of welcome and inclusivity. The rain has stopped, a rainbow arches over the city, a symbol of hope and new beginnings. The sun sets, casting a warm glow on Sarah's face, a transformation reflecting deep within her soul. Her eyes, once cold, now hold a newfound warmth and understanding.